so today I am going to be doing a reaction video, and I'll be reacting to a video from a YouTube channel that I personally love watching her videos. It's RachhLovesLife, and she did a video on organizing her closet using the KonMari method. And if you have been watching my videos on my channel, you know how I feel about the KonMari method. So this ought to be really interesting. Stick around. And welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Pam. I'm a professional organizer, and on my channel I like to share all sorts of organizing tips and basically anything to do with organization I like uploading videos on. So if that's something you like, please stick around and say hi in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so let's dive right in. Like I said, I was watching RachhLovesLife. I love her channel. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I came across it. I don't know why I didn't see it before, but she had a video where she is organizing her closet based on the KonMari method. And there are a lot of pros and cons to the KonMari method, and I haven't held back on my opinion on it. If you want to see, I did a video where I literally analyzed everything right out of her book. I'll leave a link to that video right up in the iCard up there. Feel free to check out that video after you finish with this one. There are definitely pros to the KonMari method, and there are some serious cons. And while I'll readily admit that there are a lot of wonderful ideas with the KonMari method, there are definitely some things she says that can set you up to fail miserably. So again, go check out that video. I also did a reaction video on one of the episodes on Netflix for Marie Kondo, so you can go check it out. I'll leave that one up in the iCard as well. So let me stop jibber-jabbing and let's get to this video.
Hello everyone! It is that time of year where I just get the itch to deep clean. And not just any deep clean, my friends. No. Today, I thought I would start the attempt of the KonMari method, which is a method of cleaning done by the very, very famous Marie Kondo.
This is the rage with everybody. They want to try out this technique, and while she has some great ideas, you don't need to follow it to the letter. And I explained that in those other videos I mentioned in the iCard, so make sure you check those out after this video.
I wanted to kind of start that process, kind of go through all of the steps that she recommends doing, see how I feel, and see if I want to continue doing this method for everything else, because I feel like it will be basically impossible to do everything in one day. That's actually one of her recommendations, is to try and actually get it all done at once. Like, that's not happening.
I'm so proud of her saying that's not happening, okay? One of the problems I have with her method is she expects you to set life aside, and just once you start decluttering your home, you go through the entire home. And that is one of the key ways you're gonna set yourself up for failure. If you have a lot of things going on in life and it's really busy, you take smaller pieces. Small victories lead to larger victories. So that's one big issue I do have with the KonMari method, and I love how Rachel's like, that's not happening. Ugh, good for her.
First of all, before we can actually get into anything, we need to go over some rules. Step number one, visualizing the destination. And I totally get the reasoning behind this. If you can visualize the space, how you're feeling in the space, being able to find all the things that you're looking for and feeling happy with all the things that you're surrounded with, you are going to be more driven to actually going through the painstaking process that it is to actually do this.
Okay, she makes a very good point there. When you start a project, I always say visualize what your end goal is. Go into a room and close your eyes and visualize what that perfect room would look like to you. And that's how you set your plans in place to reach that goal. So what she brings up is a good point. You've got to have that vision so that you can endure through the long, hard process of going through everything.
So she has a very specific order in which to complete things, hence why there are still clothes on the floor because step number 1, surprise, it's clothes. It goes clothes, books, papers, miscellaneous, and then sentimental, I believe.
Okay, this is one of the problems I do have with the Marie Kondo method, and that's you have to do it in this order, okay? It's this way or no way. And everyone's different. There is no one organizing solution that is perfect for everyone. And where Marie Kondo says start with clothes because there's not a lot of emotional attachment to it, I beg to differ. I have been in so many closets where I have gotten a death look from my client if I dare consider tossing something. And so some people are very attached to their clothes, so starting with clothes may not be the easier one. So it really depends on the individual.
And then the next very interesting rule for this particular method is holding everything and then thinking to yourself, does this item spark joy? Which feels like a very draining process, if I'm gonna be honest.
It is very draining, okay? You know what I look for when I'm working with my clients is I look for the joy in their faces. I will look at their responses when they grab an item. If they're kind of grimacing, it makes me feel like they're trying to find an excuse to keep an item. Whereas they'll grab something else that really is truly meaningful and you'll see their eyes light up. They'll grab it and they're like, no, nothing's gonna happen to this item. Again, it's making you kind of face why you got that item in the first place, okay? So again, keep only that which sparks joy. But also keep in mind that we have to keep a lot of stuff that doesn't spark joy. You know, my washer and dryer, they don't really spark joy, but I gotta keep them. Okay, so that's what I mean.
This whole method of organizing really isn't so much organizing as it is decluttering. It's eliminating all of the unnecessary garbage that is taking up not only your physical home, but in many ways it kind of clogs us up as well. You have too much stuff and you can't find what you're looking for. It's very distracting, it's very chaotic. At least that's how I feel.
She describes the effects of clutter so well. Clutter builds slowly, so we kind of get used to it and we don't realize how it is affecting us day after day. It's kind of like weight. You may not notice 1 to 2 pounds or 5 pounds or even 10 pounds, but you gain 100 pounds, it's going to drastically affect your day-to-day life. And clutter is the same way. She described it so well. It just gets into everything and clutters up everything in your day, your thought processes, everything. So play back what she said. She really nailed it describing the effects of clutter.
All right, so closet time. And then this is all of my stuff right here. It's not too bad. I did a declutter fairly recently, I would say in the last year of my closet, but there are some areas like, for example, my drawer of sweaters. Apparently a lot of maroon sweaters. I have a lot of maroon sweaters. I also have a lot of pajamas and everything that's all cluttered up in here.
You know, one thing I noticed about when she was showing in her drawers, all the sweaters, they were not folded. And I really want to stress when I'm talking with people about organizing, you need to honor what you like to do or what you don't feel is too much bother to do. I hate folding clothes, so I don't even bother keeping a dresser. Every item of clothing is hung and then all the undergarments are thrown in a basket. I don't bother even folding them there because that's my personality. And I know if I had to fold something, the laundry would never get put away. I would find a chair, I would find something to drape it over. And I'm looking at a dresser in her closet. None of her sweaters were folded and her pajamas weren't folded. So if I were organizing side by side with her, I might suggest rethinking the folding idea. And this is where the KonMari method does not work. If you hate folding, never follow her clothing advice because she is big on spending a lot of time folding the clothes. I'm just kind of curious. I'd like to ask her, do you really like folding? Because all of the drawers were just kind of, clothes were tossed in there, kind of like I do.
So the first thing I need to do, as much as I don't want to do this, I'm going to take everything out of my closet and then we're going to go through piece by piece and see if it sparks any joy.
Excellent. Yes, if you are organizing your closet, the first step is to take everything out. You have to see every item of clothing that you have before you can decide whether you keep, toss, or donate. Again, this is where I will agree 100% with Marie Kondo, where she says, get everything. You need to know, how many pairs of black pants do I have? How many red t-shirts do I have? You won't know what you can get rid of until you see how many you already have. I have so many clients that are are just shocked when we do that. We take everything out and they're like, oh my gosh, I never knew I had 15 pairs of black pants. I only need maybe 5 or 6. But what happened was it wasn't organized in their closet. They didn't see that they had that many, so they went out and bought more. This is how the clutter grows.
Hey guys, this is what we are left with right now. Oh my gosh, when it's all laid out, it is a little bit different.
Yeah, her reaction I have seen in almost all the clients when we have pulled everything out of the closet. They're like, how did it all fit in there? You don't realize what you have until you group it all into one area and really can assess the whole thing.
And in the process, I have forgotten that there are pajamas on the floor in the bathroom, and I also need to get the stuff from downstairs. More clothes.
Yeah. I don't think they really went into it in the Netflix series. I do believe I read something in her book where she says make sure you get the dirty clothes washed before you start this process.
Trying to be all awesome and cleaning out the bottom of my closet, I forgot about these drawers. Is this like normal? Do other people deal with this where you just like totally forget about elements in your house and you feel like you're just starting all over again?
Yeah, elements get forgotten when you have a lot of them. And she has a lot of clothes. So yeah, you have to be really careful that you dig out every single drawer, every single cubby. Go to other closets around your house. If you keep out of season clothes in another closet in your home, then you have to get those as well. You want everything. So, and that happens a lot. People do forget, especially if they have a lot of clothes. You tend to tuck them in different areas, so you forget about them.
And so far, I feel like the only thing that I feel kind of weird about is like, you know, thanking my clothes or just thinking like, does this spark joy? Like I feel like either I know it right away or I'm like, I need to try it on, or it's a hard no. I don't know how I feel about this sparking joy thing.
You know what? I love that she is thinking about how she feels about it. I worry that a lot of people just blindly follow this technique because it's a popular technique. But again, she's aware that, hey, this may not work for me. And I like that. You gotta always take these organizing ideas, even the ones on my channel. If they don't fit your personality, your life, how you roll, don't do them, okay? And I love that she's aware that she doesn't know if it's gonna work for her and that she's gonna be okay with that, it sounds like.
Here is my pile of giveaways.
Nice.
Really proud of myself. I'm trying not to like think too much into it because I feel like otherwise I'm going to want to take it all back.
Yeah, very good point. I always try to encourage my clients that the minute you decide something is to be donated, get it off the premises. Bag it up, put it in the trunk, have it out of sight, out of mind, because you go back to it and maybe later in the day you're tired and you're feeling more sentimental and you start pulling things out of the donation pile. Once it's in that pile, off it goes. Otherwise, you might change your mind.
So I'm going to attempt to fold the rest of these pieces and put them all into their respective drawers. Wow, this is taking a long time.
Yeah, and a lot of people, it's interesting, she says it's taking a long time. People always ask me, well, how long does it take to organize a closet? Well, that depends. It depends on how many clothes you have, how fast you are at making decisions, what you have available to use to help you organize things. There's so many factors. I've been in closets that take 2 to 3 hours to completely organize, and I've been in closets that take 10 or 12 hours. If you are folding a lot of your clothes in your closet, that's gonna lengthen the time it takes to get organized. And again, if you're not someone who has that time to invest in folding in the future, don't set up systems that have a lot of folding. And again, that goes back to where I really caution you using the KonMari method. Yes, it can look pretty. You can still have organization, have your closet look nice without these little burrito rolls of clothes in your drawer, okay? It can be done.
I thought I was going to have a lot harder of a time letting go of stuff, but apparently I'm not that attached to my clothes. Makeup will be another story. Not even going to touch that in this video. I think miscellaneous is going to be my downfall. That is going to be where I really struggle because that's all like the kitchen stuff, the just like everything. It's going to be everything and I don't know if I can handle it. Right now we're just focusing on clothes. One thing at a time.
one thing at a time. That is the way that makes it easiest to complete the task. I have a lot of people who start organizing in the clothes and then they decide to relocate one of those items of clothing and they go into another room and then they start finding things in that room, and before you know it, the closet never got organized and you've been spent 2 or 3 hours walking around your home relocating things. It's good that she recognizes that it's just too much to think of. Stay with one topic if you can until you finish it. And I like that she was recognizing which topics were going to be difficult for her. And that's going to be different for everyone. Hers was makeup. She's like, oh my gosh, I am not in the right mental state to be handling my makeup today. That's going to be another day. I encourage you to recognize what part of the day you're the strongest in making decisions and you feel the most upbeat. You don't try organizing and purging things when you are tired, when you're more sentimental. I'm always bad at night. That's when I get sentimental and I won't toss anything at night. In the morning when I first get up, I have all the energy. My decisions are more logic-based and not driven by emotions at that time.
This is what we ended up with the closet. It honestly doesn't look that much different, though. I mean, this looks a lot smaller.
Lots of free hangers, yes.
But everything in here I absolutely love and I'm excited about, so that feels really good. Honestly, I'm not folding my socks. I know she's like a big fan of that, and I'm just not going to keep up with that. No, not happening.
I am so with her on those socks. I'm like, really? Why are you rolling up the socks into these tiny little sausage links? It doesn't make sense to me personally. I never show anybody else my sock drawer, so why do I need it looking perfect? The idea of organization is finding what you need when you need it. Honor your personality. And Rachel, she did it. She's like, not gonna happen. And she closed up that sock drawer. Good for you, Rachel. I'm so proud of you. Well, I really enjoyed watching her organize her closet. She did a great job. She followed what worked for her out of the KonMari method, and then she kind of ditched what didn't work for her. So I applaud her with that. That is how you approach it. So like I said, I think Rachel did an awesome job. I will leave the link to this video in the description box below. Go check out the whole video. She had a lot of other parts that I just couldn't fit into this video. And I'm curious to know, what do you think of the KonMari method? Have you given it a try? And were you able to maintain it if you did all the folding like she does? I'd love to hear about how people are incorporating the KonMari method into their home. Okay, that wraps it up for this video. If you enjoyed what I shared with you today, please let me know by giving me a big old thumbs up. Poke that like button below. And while you're at it, if you haven't done so already and you enjoy watching organizing videos, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you know the next time I'm uploading another reaction video. Ooh, I almost forgot. Since I'm uploading this video just before Halloween, I have a new product I released to help you stay more organized during the holidays. It's a collection of downloadable printables chock full of checklists and organizing templates to help you sail through this holiday season like a hot knife through butter. So if you'd like to download my bundle of printables, I will leave the link to that in the description box below. I highly recommend you check it out if you want to get organized this holiday season. If you want to learn more about it, I also have a link to a video I made describing all the downloadable templates that are included in that bundle. So go check out the video as well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.